Right, question number one. Here we go with episode number three and quack question number one. So, what have we got in store today? Here we are. So, the question coming in is I'm looking to host an interactive webinar in the next few weeks and would like to provide folks with a way to ask questions ahead of time. I'm thinking that a Google form might work, but wondering if there was something native to Zenler that could also work. The These are folks that are on my mailing list, but not a part of my membership. Thanks. So this is an interesting question. There's a number of different ways you can do this, and there's a number of ways that you can do this within Zenler as well. Now, one of the ways that we can do this is we can go off and we can set up our webinar. So let me just share my screen here for a moment. So we're in here, we've gone over here, we've gone right live. I'm going to go to my live interactive webinar. I've set my live interactive webinar up here. I'm going to go in, and in here, a couple of different ways that you can do it is you can go into the thank you page here, edit this, and then you can put directly in the thank you page. So they register for the webinar, and then on the thank you page, you go, hey, great that you registered for the webinar. Can I just take, it'd be really good if you could just fill out this form. Now you can either embed it in here by using a block. So you can just add a new block in and just put a custom HTML in, or you can do a link to the Google form. So you can do it that way. And you can do it also if you go into automation. So if you don't want them to do it there and then, and I'd probably do both if I was going to do it this way. And then just on the register email sequence, just go blah, blah, blah. Right, just add another email in there and just go, right, you registered for the event. It's on this time. Really great. Blah, blah, blah. Be really good if you could just fill this Q&A bit out for me, this form out for me, because we're taking pre-questions on the webinar. So if you've got anything pressing, just fill this out, link to the Google form. So you can do it that way. And I would do it both of those ways initially. Now, if you don't want to use Google Forms, how else is it possible to do this? So we've set up our webinar. We've got our pages. We've got a live webinar page here. So this is our register page. So we could just grab that link anyway. That's fine. And there's a couple of different options you've got here. So if you set it up as an interactive webinar, you could do something like go through a marketing funnel. You could then create a new funnel, and then you could create a survey funnel. So this could be your questions, right? So if you wanted to do it that way, ask the questions, and then once they submit and they put in their email address at the end of that, then you could do it so it would automatically enroll them into the webinar. Okay. So we could do it that way. That's one way of doing it. That's a nice way of doing it. A little bit of a workaround in it, and then you would just in the emails that go with the survey funnel. So the automation that goes, every funnel has an automation. You could then put into the automation. Here's the link to the webinar, blah blah blah, so people know what they're getting, and do it that way. So you could do it for a survey funnel if you wanted to ask questions up front before they registered. If you wanted to do it another way, but we can't do this by using interactive webinars, you'd have to set it up as either a one-to-one booking or a live class, and then we could do it through courses, right? So think of it like this. So set a course up, you go in. So the first thing is we set our live up. So let's just say we're going to set up a live class. A lot of the functionality in the lives is similar anyway. So we just create a new live class, and we could go in here and go webinar. I'm just doing this for just so you can see. So webinar one, put a date and time in whenever it is. I'm just going to put it in for the future. Blah 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 blah. Fill all of that out. how long it's going to be, security, visibility, automatically clear, additional settings, allow registration till close registration. Just make sure you go through all of those settings properly. Turn on cloud recording if you want to use cloud recording. That's entirely up to you. Click on next. Pick out what theme you want. I'm just going to pick that one just so it's done. Right, and then that's created this for us. Right, so we've got all of our pages there, and you need to go in and edit them and prettify them and all of that if you want to. It's entirely up to you. So we've got our live class created. Then what we can do is we can create a course. All right, create a new course. Let's call this test course 3. All right, create a course. Make sure we get our course details right. So we've got our course summary. This is what it is, categories. Put an enrollment limit in if we want. So that's all that done. That's fine. Then in the curriculum, what we can do is we can add lesson number 1 in. And in lesson number 1, we can do, we could just put a bit of text in there, you know, welcome, the webinar is going to be run on blah, 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 blah. Click on the next lesson. So this would be welcome. This would just be the welcome one. And then we could just put a bit of text in it. So we'll just add a bit of text in. Hi, welcome. Let's see the next. Questions. And do it like that. Click save. Obviously a bit more than that. Add another lesson in. I want to just save that. So just click save. Add the next lesson in. And then in here, we can add in a quiz. So we can put our quiz title in, fill all of that out, and that could be our questions, right? We could do it that way if we wanted to add questions in there. We could do it that way. We could put it in here where we put in an assignment, for example, where we ask people questions here. And then what they have to do is they have to upload it, reply to it, put information in here. So we could do it that way. So that would be quite a good way of doing it. Again, here we can put in our own HTML code. So if we want to put a link in here, like embed a form in here, we can embed a form in here just to make it separated out if we wanted to. So people could put their own information in there, however you wanted to do it. And then once we've done that, we just put our last lesson in, which will be our live lesson. And then we can do our live one-to-one, which would be our webinar 1. Right, so once they've come in for the course, then everything's just in here. So it's a welcome, put your questions in here, and then here's the webinar. You can just watch it through that, okay? And then they can watch it directly through the course area. They can click and come in via Zoom if that's what you wanted to do. And then you just price it up for, if you want to charge for it, you charge for it. If you don't want to charge for it, you don't charge for it. So it's really, there's a couple of different ways of doing this. It depends on whether you want to use the surveys as a sort of a leading. So in the quizzes and surveys, you can have an area there where you ask a question and then leave a space. So rather than choose 1, 2, or 3, you leave a space for them to reply. And that's why I'm using quizzes or surveys for that. It's not a case of, it's not a typical quiz area. So you just put in there if you've got things that you want to ask them. So you might have specific leading questions you ask to initiate a question from them, for example. You could do it that way. And that's a real, that's a nice guided way of doing it. So you know that what's coming through, what you're sort of asking them to do, and do it in a way that's really, really nice. So I would look at either doing it for a course, doing it through a survey funnel, or like you originally said, can you just put the link out or embed it? Well, you can do it that way, but that's using an external tool. The first 2 ways, that putting it through the course and putting it through the funnel, is using Zenler tools. So you haven't got to embed anything, go outside of the system. And then you can just set up a little automation, just reminding them, especially on a timed one. So if you've got a timed webinar, it's the 1st of August, for example, you can just set up automations just to remind them if you submitted your questions, blah, 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 go back to this one and just submit your questions here. So hopefully that's given you a couple more options that are totally using Zenler tools as well. So that's Quack question number 1.